right, now I hope y'all ready because this next victory is about to blow your mind, okay? The one word that I kept getting to describe this next blessing is epic, okay? Epic. Like go down in history type energy, okay? Y'all seen Sha'Carri Richardson? You see how at one point she was, coming in last place, things was not in her favor. And then she came back. She was in the Olympics and she has had some epic performances. And those epic performances led to victories, which led to her getting a gold medal around her neck. Okay, so what's about to happen is not only are you about to have something epic happen to you, but there are extra rewards that come with gaining the victory. You dig? Now, I had an incredible dream. It was so much fun. It was such a fun dream. And it's actually really interesting too. Okay. Dreams, the dream world, it'd be taken to you to some adventurous places that you ain't never been to in that part of your mind before, right? But they really help to bring out and help illustrate what's about to go down. Okay, so I want you to sit back, listen to this dream, and then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna explain to you, I'm gonna break it all down, all of the different revelations that I got, and we're gonna see how it could possibly apply to you, your life, and the epic victory that's on the way. Okay, so listen to this dream and I'll be back with the messages. So you and a friend of yours had went with this realtor to go take a look at this house. Now, you took a look at the house and you really liked the house, but the house was kind of small. Even though the house was kind of small, you just fell in love with it. It was so charming and you just thought of all these different ways that you could make it work. So you put in your bid and you got the house. Now it's time for you to move in. On moving day, you go into the house through the back and you go straight to your bedroom and you begin to hang up clothes. And all of a sudden, your friend who was with you to help pick this house, they called you from the front of the house at the front door. So you walked out of your room, and when you made it to the front entryway, all of a sudden, it was a grand Roman looking entryway. It was super big. And you started to think, oh my God, where did this come from? When I came to view the house, this wasn't even here. And it was so beautiful. It had all of these statues and architecture and even like a waterfall. And at the front, there were these beautiful columns. And you were looking around in amazement. You couldn't believe that this just appeared. And you started to think, oh my God, I could decorate it like this. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and do this and that. And then you so happen to look out the window. When you look out the window, you see across to a neighbor. Okay, they're the next house over. And they had their window up. And when you looked into their house, there was all of this junk. It was a table and it was filled with these old dusty books and everything was just covered in like spider webs. And it was really, really junky, like a hoarder's house, but people lived there. And so you just made an observation like, wow, okay, those are my neighbors. And you continue to look around this beautiful room that seemed to come out of nowhere. So as you are walking, you notice there's a front closet. Now the front closet, you open it up and at first you're looking and it's like it's nothing there, but you're like, oh my God, look at all of this extra space. Because remember, you was just hanging up clothes. And so now you just discovered a brand new closet. When you look up at the top of the closet, you see a cornucopia. And there were a few other products that the person who lived there before you, they said to themselves, and in the dream, you could hear what the person said to themselves. They said, I don't need this anymore, but I'm pretty sure the next person will know what to do with them. And so when you looked at them, you were like, oh my God, not only did I get this brand new room, all this extra space in this wonderful closet, but I even got some gifts. So you look around and you're really excited because you just got way more than you asked for. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are excited because this next thing is going to blow your mind. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine going somewhere and it's really small, but you like it, and then you get back and it's gigantic? You go to a 1-bedroom house and then all of a sudden it's a 17-bedroom mansion, or even better, you come back and it's a whole castle. That will blow your mind. And it's yours. You got it for the price of the little one. And now you got the big one. Okay. And not to say always bigger is better. But in this case, when we're talking about something being epic, oh yeah, it's going to be big. Okay. So we are going to be jumping into the messages and breaking down the different revelations that I got from this dream. Okay. And some of you guys, you just really need to hear it. Like, I don't really care what position you're in. You can already be doing good. You can be doing the worst you've ever done in your life, right? You can even feel like the small house, right? You are just the little bear, the little bird, or whatever. But wherever you fall on that spectrum, it's about to get even better, or it's about to be better than it's ever been before. Okay. So I just need you to get excited. I need you to feel the vibes. I need you to really tap into the energy. Go ahead and comment something, like the video, however you want to tap in, just tap in, because the bigger, the better, and the epic is here. Okay. So you're going to be picking a house today, and you could listen to all of them. It's just the house that you choose, maybe a little bit more highlighted in your life at this time. Okay. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, pick your house, and I'll see y'all in the messages. All right. So if you chose number 1, you got house. Okay. Now listen to a few of these spiritual meanings when it comes to house. Okay. First of all, it denotes the man or the woman or your mind. Okay. And I'm just looking at my notes. An image of the universe or a sacred space. Okay. A protected space similar to that of a mother's womb. It signifies the will and what is of the will. And lastly, a safe haven or a comfort zone. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to your mind, it's about to be expanded. When it comes to your safe zone, okay, when it comes to your comfort zone, that's about to be expanded. When it comes to your womb, right, your capacity to hold life or give birth to brand new creations, that's about to expand. Where some of y'all thought you was just giving birth to one thing, you're about to give birth to triplets, okay, or quadruplets. Your space is about to expand. And for most of you guys, that's going to start in your mind, right? Your mind expands, your space expands, your reality expands, your universe expands, okay? So you're about to get an epic upgrade in your mental thinking, your mental, for some of y'all could be mental stability, which is also amazing. Okay. For some of you guys, this is just an upgrade in how you think, how big, how big you can dream. That's about to open up. For some of you guys, just like the house, it started off really small. This is a limited mindset. This is maybe, you got faith, but then sometimes that doubt creeps in and it just makes the faith even smaller, right? For some of you guys, you have been, you felt confined, you felt restricted in your thinking because you can't think yourself out of a situation. You can't think past a certain, amount of money that you can make, or think about a certain accomplishment that you can have. Okay. You've been limited in that department. And partly due to the fact that maybe somebody else was showing you around, right? In the dream, the realtor was showing you around. But when you became the owner, when you owned your own mind, when you owned your own ability to dream big, when you owned it, when you owned yourself and said, I'm taking ownership of my own life. I'm taking ownership of what I can do, what's within my ability to do. I'm taking ownership over that. And as soon as you were able to take ownership over your own stuff, then that's when God was able to do the supernatural. So for some of you guys, your biggest clue is own it. Are you ready to be the owner of a big dreaming brain? Are you ready to be the owner of somebody who can constantly expand their comfort zone because you're willing to try new things? You're willing to give it your best and your all, even if it's small, even if it's little. Oh, that was the other part. I'm glad I just said that. This is also saying that the reason some of you guys are about to expand is because you've been faithful over the small. God gave you something small. Oh, it's a small house, but you know what? I could decorate it like that. And if I put some mirrors around, that'll expand it. And if I open up the curtains, then it brings in some natural sunlight. Yeah, you know what? It may be small, but I can work with it. And you was willing to work with it. You was like, I'm going to own the small thing. And again, this opens up for God to do the supernatural. So now, because you took ownership of the small thing that God gave you, and most importantly, you was grateful, right? You had gratitude and you accepted the small thing and you were willing to make the small thing work. And that's when God expanded you. And it's so funny to me because sometimes we may call it settling, but it's like God wants you to settle just so he can expand you. God be wanting you to sit down so he can do the rest of the work. You know what I'm saying? The house expanding, then it's going to be all Roman Empire looking with these beautiful columns and statues. Like, that's something that's beyond your control. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you're not settling. You're just accepting and being grateful for the small thing. And in that gratitude and in that work with the small thing, God is saying, you know what? All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and throw you some extra. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you end up getting extra, okay? So number one, you're about to have an epic victory in the term of your mind expanding, you being faithful over the small, and then you're gonna be rewarded with the huge, the big, the grand. You dig? So that's what I get for number one. Let's get to the next one. All right, if you got number two, you got closet. Okay, now give me a second to iron this out for you, right? The spiritual meaning of closet is a place that signifies a proper storehouse. Watch this. A place of privacy, a place of retirement. If you chose number two, the reason why your blessing is going to be so epic, why this victory is so big, is because it's setting you up for retirement. Okay. So I don't care if you have your own business. I don't care if you are working a position and you about to get some type of, new position, a promotion, and now you got extra benefits or your 401k is getting filled up or whatever is happening in your world. Okay. Maybe some of y'all finna get a one-time check that you're going to flip. You're going to invest it the right way and it's going to set you up for your grandchildren to be living off what you built. Okay. Whatever the case may be, you are about to not only receive the blessing of the house, right? Your mindset, your place, okay, your comfort zone, or having that expand, but you're about to have that storehouse for later on. So it's a right now blessing that's going to last. Okay. Because sometimes when you get a quick blessing or something real quick right through, it'd be a one-time thing, right? But this is the type of blessing that goes on and on and on. Now, remember in number one, when I was talking about that mindset, right? How you think, all of that stuff is being expanded. When we talk about closets and we talk about clothes, we talk about the things that are hidden. But remember, number one, I was telling you that you are about to take ownership of your mistakes, ownership of your past, ownership of the present choices you are making. And that's what's going to bring in the rewards. So those clothes and hanging them up is signifying that you are properly addressing your issues and you're getting them organized. And even if somebody walks into that closet and opens it up, it ain't a bunch of skeletons crawling out. It's a bunch of organized clothes, a bunch of organized thoughts, an organized life, organized choices, a past that may be ugly, but at least I organized the thoughts of how I think of the past or the perspective, because now I know that's what made me who I am today, or it is the reason why my reality is the way that my reality is. Okay. So you are taking ownership and you are facing the issues that were once probably part of, how they say, what skeletons in your closet. So your closet was probably a tornado. But in this new space that you are getting, new mindset, you may be looking at those old clothes differently. And even though you still have those clothes in the closet, at least now it's organized. Now, this is also talking about the stuff that you don't want to be seen, right? Some of you guys do have issues and problems and things of the past that you were able to face. You were able to make it neat, and now you're putting it away. Okay. It don't need to be on display. You're not wearing them clothes today. So whatever it was, you have organized it and you have properly stored it away. Okay. But that's not all, because remember, you was hanging up clothes in your closet in your bedroom. But then you stumbled across a brand new closet. Some of you guys are about to get a new closet. Again, I keep getting that reference, the skeletons in the closet. Some of you guys are about to have old skeletons removed and you're about to get a brand new closet, just like in this dream. A brand new closet in a brand new room. So with your new mindset, with your new perspective, with your new job or in your new house, your new promotion, your new money, whatever it is that you are getting that is being expanded, that's a surprise, that's epic, it's going to come with a new closet, and therefore those old skeletons, that old disorganization, it's all gone. In other words, some of y'all are getting a fresh start, a brand new start. If God came down and put a reset button in your face and you pushed it, can you imagine what type of life that would look like? This is what you're being asked to do before it comes in. Can you imagine what a clean slate would look like in your life? If you got to push the reset button, what would be reset and what would be brand new? What would you bring in to replace the old? These are the questions that you need to be asking yourself, because by the time you really come up with an answer, you're going to be doubly surprised by what comes in. But again, like I was saying at the beginning, I need you to tap in. I need you to get into that mindset that not only am I organizing my closet, I'm getting a brand new closet. Okay. I got a clean slate coming and it will be epic. Okay. So that's what I get for number 2. Let's go ahead and let's get to the last one. This is super exciting, my number 3 people, because if you chose this number, you got the cornucopia. Now, for those of you who don't know what the cornucopia is, that is that fruit basket. Think Fruit of the Loom. You put fruit in it. You put flowers in it. They put the little pumpkins in it around Thanksgiving and Halloween and all that kind of stuff. So that's what you got. And that was in the closet. Now, remember, this was a gift that was left for you from the previous owner of this house, which means some of y'all are about to receive an inheritance, or you're about to receive a gift from maybe a stranger. But watch this though. Listen to a few of the definitions and spiritual meanings of cornucopia. How about abundance, good fortune, and a bountiful harvest of food? Yummy. Now listen to this. These type of things were traced back to Greek and Roman mythology. And I thought that was really cool because, like I told you, the room, all of a sudden it was like a Roman room with like the columns and those statues and stuff. So it goes hand in hand, like it's perfectly matching, right? It is associated itself with fertility, patrons of luck, bountiful harvest, and wealth. Okay. That word harvest came up a few times, right? It's like a tool that you use to collect your fruit. This is where you put your fruit, right? It's a storing place for that. So some of you guys are about to get unexpected, call it what you want. You can say good luck, fortune, blessings, something falling from God out the sky, whatever you want to call it, is coming in abundance. And this is why I keep using that word epic. Like, I need for y'all to make your mind real big right now. And then understand that however big you're making your mind, it's probably going to be 10 times bigger than that. I had some things happen. God, let me tell you something. God is amazing. Like I can't even describe it sometimes, because it's like if I do certain things, then I get a reward, but you would never expect, okay? And sometimes they can be big, huge rewards as far as like big stuff, like big money, big check, but it can be a small piece of information that will blow your mind and make you move different. One piece of information can shift your whole mindset and therefore shift your whole reality, shift your whole life. So whatever it is that's coming into you, not only is it like an inheritance, is it a gift, right? Something you didn't expect. But again, like I was telling y'all, number 1, this is going to be long lasting. It's kind of like if you learn how to swim or ride a bike. It's like you know how to do that forever, okay? And whatever it is that's coming into you, you're not going to have to work for it. It's going to be given to you. So it's not only you receiving the blessing of getting a house, okay? First of all, that's a blessing in itself, right? But then you receive the expansion. And then in the expanded blessing is another expanded blessing. Okay, it's like going through a wormhole. And it's like every inch you move forward, it gets more epic and bigger and more epic and more epic. And then boom, you're a supernova in the sky somewhere or in space somewhere. So the cornucopia is your Like I said, you can call it luck, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Okay, the blessings falling out of the sky. But again, the hard work that you've put in previous seasons, here comes the harvest. You're about to have the basket or the tool that you need to collect all of your fruit. For example, God blessed you with a whole bunch of furniture. Now you got a house, right? Or somebody say, you know what, I can't use this car no more, and it's kind of just taking up space. So here are the keys. And now you just got a new house with a garage. So now here comes the car to go in the garage, and you didn't even ask for the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have whatever's coming in for you. God is going to make sure that you already have the room for it. Okay, there you go. You got the room for it. You got the tools to carry it. I'll give you an example. One time, this lady, she just inherited a whole daycare. Like, the lady was getting older. She wanted to close it down. She didn't want to close it down to the point where the kids couldn't have school. So she gave her daycare to someone who had a dream of owning a school. And she had the building for it. She had the charts, the graphs. She got grants for it. I mean, it came together beautifully. And the only thing she had was a thought, a wish, a hope, a prayer. And on the other side of town, somebody's like, man, it's been a long, good run. Thank you, God, for all of this, but it's time for me to move on. You see what I mean? And then God linked them two people together, and boom, she got a blessing on top of a blessing. She didn't have to market and advertise and hope people come to her daycare. It came not only with the school and all of that, it came with all the kids. Okay? Can you imagine inheriting a whole school system? Okay? But this is how big and how epic we're talking. For some of you guys, you're going to inherit a business. It's going to come with 100 employees already. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're talking about. So get ready, because not only do you have the fruit, but you're about to inherit the tool or the basket so that you can hold as much fruit as you can carry. You dig? So that's what I get for this. Let's go ahead and let's wrap this up. All right, it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, there was some other elements happening in this dream, okay? You had that friend who was there, who called you into the room, and that's when you noticed, oh my God, where'd this come from? And then you had those neighbors, because remember, they had a crib. It looked like a hoarder's house. The window was open. You could see all this dust on top of books and cobwebs and all kind of stuff. All of that kind of stuff is significant. And then, of course, there are a few more elements that we didn't touch on here that we're going to touch on over there. So make sure you guys click the link in the description box. Head on over to Patreon and get the extended of these vibes, okay? But if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. And in the meantime, get ready, because it's about to go down. And when it does, it will be epic. You dig? So that's what I get for us today. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next video.